What's up, fight fans? Greetings from the Wrestleverse. This is Lady J, and it's time to take it to the ring. Today's WrestleCap is on the AAA Lucha Libre Worldwide Rey de Reyes Championship in Veracruz, Mexico. And if you are anything like me, you might have recognized someone's voice on this show. Yeah, none other than Mike Tenay, famous for his time as the announcer at WCW. He did a great job. Nice to hear that voice again. And as we began the show, there was this like pre-show kind of going on, Marvel with like 2 Spider-Man luchadores. Didn't catch all that. It was kind of like for everyone who was there, but it was definitely fun. And I always appreciate the reverence that AAA has for like their founder and the respect and this pomp and circumstance parade with the banners and Laredo Kid. And yeah, I like it. All right, let's get started. So Rey Fénix comes out real early, and he's out telling the crowd that unfortunately he won't be able to compete in the Rey de Reyes competition. He's still recovering from his injury. He's under the coverage of this medical group. And however, his brother and La Güera Loca, Taya Valkyrie, kick off some action. And so La Güera Loca, she's out with Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fénix. Oh, yeah. She is home. She is all out for this. She's like, Deonna Purrazzo, I never actually lost my Reina de Reinas belt. Well, you know, she went to WWE, so they made her drop it. But she's like, I want it back. So she's ready for this. And the next up, we have Flammer, and she's ready to roll. And then we have Lady Maravilla from Las Toxicas. We have Kyra. And then we have Lady Shani, the Princesa de Lucha Libre. Now, a little side here. Taya used to be a rudo. And now she's this like beloved Técnica with the people. And it is raining at this show, but this is not stopping the girls from teaming up against Taya and kicking her out of the ring as things get started. We have Maravilla and Flammer. They are taking the lead to show off some mean submissions. Good God, look at these girls get all tangled up in like this evilness. You don't see this everywhere, do you? And everyone else is waiting ringside until Taya comes and sneaks in to steal a cover. Now, the ref is very important in AAA. We have El Hijo de Tirantes in here. So the rules are gray and nasty hair thrashing is completely allowed. Now, mind you, the winner of this match becomes the #1 contender against Deonna Purrazzo for the Reina de Reinas title. Now, Taya's been gone for about a year now, but she still has all her power. And goodness, does she have some power. Check it out. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how Madcap Moss should have landed at the Elimination Chamber event. Just saying. Now, these ladies, these AAA ladies are tough and fearless. Watch this. Oh, yeah. You know what that was? That was a Spanish fly off the apron. Lady Shani and Taya, they're at it again. But Taya's just softening her up because all the other girls are laid out ringside. Even Hijo de Tirantes, he fast counts. It's not enough to get Lady Shani out. Oh, but that backcracker from Lady Shani, and ooh. Shani is, you see this? And the ref, he knows it's all over for Taya at this point, and he literally puts Taya's hand on the rope to break up that submission because Lady Shani's got it going on. And of course, Thaya comes back with a hip attack and a double knee drop in the corner. But Lady Shani isn't going down easy. No. Tirantes puts the brakes on Lady Shani, literally stopping her from putting in another attack on Thaya. And then Thaya, watch this. She sneaks in this double chicken wing, taking down Lady Shani for the win. So everyone has seen this. And the father of Hijo de Tirantes, he comes down with the mic and he is shaming his son for being a bad ref and making bad calls against Fabio Bacci and doing dirty in this match. And then Hijo tells his dad to shut it and totally disagrees with him. And his daddy chases him up the ramp. It's great. The people love it. So much fun. Okay, moving on. The Vipers are out. And Cibernetico, he's the leader. And he's talking trash about everyone, especially Pagano. And if you're going to be talking about Pagano, well, you know what he says, there's no party without a clown. So Pagano is out to fight all of the Vipers, which doesn't really work out for him. You know, those 6-on-1 odds just really, yeah, they just stomp the bejesus out of him. And he continues to take a beating back all the way up the ramp. Yes, I know the people love Pagano, but he ate it. Now, Los Vipers, they're back for a trios match. We got Latigo, Abismo Negro Jr., and Psychosis against Misticis Jr., Mr. Iguana, and Nino Hamburguesa. Nino, he's only 26 years old, people. He's got 13 years of experience. Okay, I'm going to start off with this video because I just sat here going, how many times, how many rotations are we getting from Mr. Iguana here? I lost count. I totally lost count. I was like mesmerized by it. Then a flapjack by Los Vipers would put a stop to Mr. Iguana. Oh, and those Vipers, they also have a baseball bat, which is somehow completely allowable in AAA. And they triple team up Los Vipers. That is what it takes to take down the hamburger boy. Yes, the Nino Hamburguesa. Los Vipers, they're better at teaming up. And they know how to pick apart this mashup between Mr. Iguana and the hamburger boy. But Mr. Iguana uses his stuffed iguana to distract the opposition, and it's enough to throw off the game of Los Vipers just for a second. And watch this. Nino Hamburguesa, he's making a clean. Ooh, yeah. No. Not even get me started on how much that has to suck to get it to catch that guy or to take a seated senton from him. But he does get this leg drop from the top rope. Oh yeah, and gets this long 2-count cover over Latigo. But of course, Los Vipers are pouring out the thumbtacks, and Hamburguesa stopped. But watch this. What's worse than a drop kick to the crotch? Or is it landing on the thumbtacks? You'll have to ask Mr. Iguana. So Los Vipers, they squash all the technicals because of their effective teamwork, and they need a 3-man cover to get the win. The Vipers, they're just dominating, man. Moving on to some mixed tag team title match action. Now, the defending champions, Chica Tormenta and Villano Tercero Jr. versus Sexy Star and Octagon Jr. Now, this is the very first time we're seeing this segundo, the second Sexy Star. They've never teamed up before like this. Now, yes, sometimes the names of the luchadores get passed on, so she is a new Sexy Star. I know some of us got used to the one from like Lucha Underground and stuff. Okay, moving on. So the Vipers, again, we got Ares and Chica Tormenta. Yes, and guess who's our ref again? Hijo de Tirantes. Oye, let's get ready. So we all know that lots of rules are going to be broken. Mr. Iguana and all the roster are coming ringside. Oh, dang. Tirante's dad comes with a strap. Everyone's got a strap. You know what that means. We got a lumberjack match. So anyone who leaves the ring will get a mass whooping from those straps. Yeah, not even chanclas. This gets you good. So all athletes are equal in Triple A, and the women and men aren't afraid to square off at all. So look at this double pin attempt. You see this? 2 on 1. Man, these guys are working overtime. Now watch this video. This is why you do not want to fall out of the ring. See that? That is the whooping. That is the whooping you will endure if you fall out of the ring. It is safer to be in the ring than outside of it. And if you have enemies in the locker room, they are going to give it to you. Now, Octagon Jr. is strutting his strength, holding up 2 strong ladies at once. Now, you're not going to find many delicate, dainty flowers in AAA. So these are some strong women. It's a lot of work to carry 2 of them up on your shoulders. Now, Chica Tormenta, she gets a little bit of payback. Look at that girl. She was the first woman to challenge for the Latin American title, which has primarily been held by men. Okay, now watch this. Hijo de Tirantes is finally getting a beating of his own, which is very pleasing to the crowd. Like I said, safer to be in the ring than out. Nobody really wants to do a suicide dive because the strapping is real. And now we have a little chest slapping session between Villano Tercero Jr. and Octagon Jr. However, I would say that New Japan chops are far worse. Octagon Jr. at this point almost tears the mask off of Villano Tercero Jr. And they roll out of the match, so the women decide to take over. But Los Vipers, they are a strong faction. Look at this video of Los Vipers. They are troublemakers. You see that? Do you see that? I would not want to take that knee stomp from Chica Tormenta. It hurts just to watch. Dios mío. Okay, so of course, the Vipers, they steal this. They stole it. They won. Yeah, we know. They dominate around here. Moving on. La Empresa. They are staking their claim around here, and they crashed the victory of Los Vipers. They decided to further squash Villano Tercero Jr. and Sexy Star. They decided to drive it home that they are better than everyone else. And then they moved on. And then we decided to take some time with AAA to pay respects to all those important players who passed away the last year. I know we talked about this a little bit on Fight Kitties, but, you know, I appreciate this. It's nice. All right. Back to the action, everybody. So, La Empresa, we just saw them. They're back again. Sam Adonis, yeah, freaking Mr. America here. They also brought out Microman with him. Now, trio number 2 is La Real Familia. And then we have Nueva Generación Dinamita. So this is a lucha de tercias match. Did I butcher that? Tercias. No. So the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I think we're going to see a lot of that kind of action. There's a lot of ringside stalking, and La Real Familia, Los Parks, they are being stomped on. La Empresa, they are trying to convince Microman at this point to get involved. do you know that Microman is literally only 1 meter tall? And he's like, no, I'm not having it. Leave me out of this. And Los Parks, they're still being beat up. And Nueva Generación Dinamita, I'm just going to call them NGD, they're giving high fives all around. Wait, when did they start teaming up with La Empresa? So at this point, Los Parks are 3 against 6. The crowd is very upset about this team up. And La Estrellita, I'm not sure if her booty shake up in the face is very effective, but the whistles were going on. I think her strap strikes of that white strap were much more effective. So Sam Adonis and La Empresa, they tried to do a little backstrapping of NGD, and Los Parks take advantage of the confusion to go flying and take down everyone. We get arm drags, 450 splash, tijeras, all the lucha action you love. This match is more brawling and tough than the others, and the ref is dragged out of the ring just when Los Parks is getting a good cover, giving NGD time to do a low blow, and Microman comes out of nowhere, beating the ref to stop his count because he knows that this is not a fair fight so far, and La Empresa is back in control again. And then out of nowhere, Los Mercenarios come out, watch this, taking out anyone they possibly can with cookie sheets. Maybe not cookie sheets, maybe they're like, bread baking sheets, but whatever. James Earl Cash, where's Conan? He's been like sick. He had some like major surgery. I mean, he's either backstage doing production. I can't imagine he has enough time to hang around ringside these days. Anyways, so the cookie sheets are out. La Hydra is choking out Sam Adonis with his own American flag, and the people are going crazy. Steel chairs are being destroyed by Rey Scorpio. He gives his package pile driver to Puma King. There are no DQs here, damas y caballeros. Rey Scorpio takes the mic and goes on a tirade about how Los Mercenarios have fired their shots and they want to maintain their status as the top trios team in AAA. So Los Parks face off. This is still the same match. And at the end of this mess, Los Parks, La Real Familia, they won the match. I honestly can't recall seeing the count out, but apparently they're the last one standing, so they won. Moving on. Oh my. Laredo Kid. 1,100 days, the AAA Cruiserweight champ versus Bandido. Oh yeah, you know and love him. PWG winner, ROH world champ. Hello, this is going to be a great match. Now, you'll notice there's a 1-minute timer. The other 3 contestants will enter each in little 1-minute increments for the Rey de Reyes title. Laredo Kid starts hot, but Bandido will be giving him a run for his money. Watch this. I mean, could you expect anything less? Bam! Bam! And then the children's favorite, Psycho Clown, is next. Can't stand his song. And double teams Bandido and Laredo Kid. I don't know how he does it. And the children love him. He's so scary. Next out, we have Cibernetico, the founder of Los Vipers. He's a choke slam kind of guy. And then next up, we have Heavy Metal. Everyone was not expecting this. He is a pillar for AAA. He was one of the first Rey de Reyes. Now, he comes out, we're all excited, but Bandido and Laredo Kid, they are still stealing the show here, folks. Yeah. When you're just doing crazy stuff like this, oh, love these guys. But Psycho Clown, he is still a very strong contender in this match. And a big Spanish fly off the top rope. Give it to me. Bam. Psycho Clown. And I am such a sucker for these guys. Watch this.
Most untested here in Mexico, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievably so.
Oh, yeah. I can't do that. Is that the beauty of it? Oh, man. And I kind of forgot at this point that like we were done bringing in you guys because it's been well over a minute since our last entrance. And Pagano sneaks in a chair strike to Cibernet, like out of he's not even in this match, okay? He's just getting revenge because Cibernetico took him down earlier. Now, Psycho Clown wins this match. I wasn't expecting that. And then the children come out to celebrate with him. Yes, the children. And then he's awarded the Rey de Reyes sword. Like now he gets like title shots. Like, I mean, it's like winning the freaking briefcase at like Money in the Bank or something. I was a little surprised because, you know, I'm a sucker for Laredo Kid and Bandido. All right, moving on to our next match. We have Dralístico, the middle child in this crazy family. Yeah, I'm taking him out. Recognize this guy? His brother, Roosh, and his other, I don't have Dragon Lee. And Dragon Lee, yeah, they're his brothers, folks. This was supposed to be a Los Ingobernables tag team match, but like Rey Fénix is still injured, so he couldn't team up with his brother, Pentagon Cero Miedo Jr. Oh, yeah. So Pentagon is and Rey Fénix, of course, are 10 tag team championships across several companies you may be familiar with, like PWG, MLW, AEW, The Crash, and of course, AAA. But FTR are the current tag team champions in AAA. Crazy rivalry. All right. So, Hijo de Tirantes is the ref again. It's hard to tell who he's going to be siding with, so this should be interesting. Now, this is the Lucha semifinal. Yes! This is a fast-paced match. Sling blades, tijeras, high-flying tijeras, giant moonsault from the top rope to the ground. Pentagon throwing Dralístico into the crowd, into empty chairs. A tupe suicida as payback to Pentagon. Watch this. Oh, yeah.
Pentagon kept up.
Dang, Pentagon just knew where the Dralístico was going to be and wrecked his day. Oh, but this springboard off the top rope, the headers. Watch this with me. Oh, yeah. Keep it lucha, folks. Keep it lucha. This caused a near fall. It totally caused a near fall. And don't you poke fun of Penta's Cero Miedo. Don't you poke fun of his little Cero Miedo, because you will too get a Penta driver. And then we have a slugfest. And Dralístico got a little wobbly on the ropes, but he still managed to sneak in a nice Canadian destroyer. And Penta gets his own return. Dude, watch this. I love it. I love it. I love it. And are you seeing how fast Hijo de Tirantes is like tapping over here? I'm seeing this. So Dragon Lee comes out of nowhere after Pentagon gives Dralístico a package pile driver. And they both start tearing off his mask. And then Rey Fénix is going bananas, trying to run down the ramp, but the doctors are literally restraining him because he's been injured and he can't do anything in the ring. Penta is a mess. Like his mask is all torn up. Watch this, though. He's still out of nowhere. Steals it. And hijo de tiras like, bam, bam, bam. And, oh, of course, Dralistico's pissed. Him and Dragon Lee continue to tear off his mask, absolutely humiliating him. And poor Rey Fenix is trying so hard to go save his brother. But yeah, that's the medical team holding him back. Good God, it's like, no. Oh, yeah. Demon Joker. I love him. I know. Penta. Dragon Lee and Dralistico, they may have lost, but they still claim to be the best brother tag team in AAA. Yeah. Just wait till Rouge recovers from his surgery. All right. This is it, people. This is it. The big return of John Superstar. It says John Superstar. I thought it would be Johnny Superstar because he's like Johnny Mundo. Yeah, John Superstar. Okay, now I got to give it to him. He is the first man to hold the Mega Championship, the Cruiserweight Championship, and the Latin American Championship. He is going up against El Hijo de Vikingo, the current AAA Mega Champion. And look at that gold belt. He means business. I gotta tell you right. So Johnny was strong in the beginning. Look at this. And at one point early on, freaking Johnny decides that he's gonna like super kick Lady Shani, completely taking her out. I mean, she was just out there she wasn't even interfering. But I think Johnny is trying to like play head games.
The way he comes across,
but dude,
seems ageless.
Hijo, do you see that? Do you see how fast and agile he is? Now, the ref this time is Tirantes Sr. I think he's in favor of Vikingo giving a slow count. Okay, now, you need to know that it's still raining. The ring is wet, and this makes it trickier to fly, and Johnny is taking full advantage, just squishing Vikingo into the ropes. And at one point, Johnny is smiling. You see this smile? Like this is a joke. He is a lot older than Vikingo. And Vikingo's like the underdog here, which is crazy. He's a Mega Champion. The last Mega, he was supposed to go up against Kenny Omega. Yeah, but El Hijo, he's only 5'6", and Johnny is just a beast of a man. And so, you know, he's like, this is a joke. Whatever. A roundhouse kick and a drop kick off the top rope will stop and smack that smile off his face. Now, Johnny gives eye pokes. Why would you need to give eye pokes if you're so big and bad? And then we see this high-angled Samoan drop. Oh, yeah. Watch this. And he's like, yeah, I'll step on your tummy too while I'm going at it. Yeah, but Vikingo's footwork neutralizes Johnny. This beautiful twisting plancha by Vikingo. And this carries him into a power slam, followed by a shooting star. A Viva Mexico chop gets Johnny caught with Vikingo, mid-air kick, and oh my gosh, we are out of the ring. There's a Johnny Splash Mountain into an Iranagi, and James Earl Cash. Yeah, it is nice to see him back in action. I totally agree. WWE got him lost in the mid-card. I like that. Okay, moving on. So Johnny's pissed at this point. He starts accosting the cameraman, and then he grabs a spotlight because he's gonna bust open the brains or something of freaking Vikingo. And he's going to do this, but Laredo Kid comes and quickly gets a super kick from Johnny, totally knocking him out. And then Vikingo, he puts his finishing shot on him, but it isn't enough. And the refs counts, I swear to God, they're so slow. You're like, just kill faster. I cannot stand this. And no, it's killing me. Even on Johnny's cover, and watch this. Watch this.
Oh my God.
Watch this. Ooh, the poor huevos. Yeah, the poor huevos. Oh, yeah.
A sensitive landing.
We're gonna
to
finish
say the
this.
least.
Finish him.
And the
Bam.
poison
Johnny.
rana.
Johnny Superstar.
Johnny got spiked.
Oh, man. But the ropes are wet. The
Vikingo.
ropes are wet. Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it?
Inverted
He lands it.
splash.
And it's still like the freaking slowest counts ever. Yes. Our mega champion retains. It was close. I was like at the edge of my seat. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like I'm watching an action movie. Can't stand it. Ah. Ooh, but he raises up that. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Totally awesome. Oh, yeah. You got to watch this. Replay on Fight TV. Come on, people. So we here at Tickets in the Ring, we like to give an overall fight card rating. Now, number 5 is Fight Forever. Number 4 is This Is Awesome. 3 is You Still Got It. 2 is what? And 1 is boring. Just watch the review video somewhere else. I have to give this a Fight Forever. It felt like forever because, you know, when I watch these, it's a lot of work trying to get the videos and the picture. But like, I was like, I need a break. My heart has been like racing this whole time. It's like I was watching an action movie wondering who was going to win. It's raining. It's dangerous. Vikingo is no match for Johnny Superstar. Ooh. Yeah, I loved it. I hope you loved it too. And if you did, please take a moment to leave a comment, a like, a share, and subscribe. And for more WrestleCat videos, click that link below. Until next time, folks, I'm Lady J. Keep it lucha.